Hi there and welcome back to Triplicate, and those of you who follow this channel will know that I am into my running, and what's a week and a day ago now as I sit here, I did the Mow Run in York round the racecourse. And it had been raining for the 24 hours before the start of the race, even though the race itself was dry. So some bits of the course on the paths were extremely muddy and very slippery. But I got round okay, and here I am, chugging along, running nicely, and I finished, and I did the 10k and I finished on the second page in 62nd place with a time of 1 hour 1 minute and 4 seconds, which I was very pleased with given the conditions underfoot. However, if we look in category results and we look in men in their 60s, look who came first. I was well impressed. Never come first in any running event before. However, I am not making this video just to boast about my running prowess. I was interested in how the thing was timed. You notice here I have a gun time and a chip time, because I was timed off a chip. So the gun time was when they said go, and the chip time started when I crossed the start line, and you can see it took me 43 seconds to actually cross the start line. And the chip was in this nice looking number thing they gave you to pin to your shirt, and I like the fact that I was number 404, which in web browser is page not found, Mr. Page not found for the morning. So I thought I'd have a look into how that worked, and yeah, you thought I'd just made the video to boast about my running ability. No, we are going to do some electronics. Okay, so here it is. It's just a piece of like waxed paper, which as I say you safety pinned to the front of your shirt. However, on the back there is this, which is the chip, and it says do not remove timing chip. Okay. And there's also a thing you're supposed to fill in your next of kin, etc, etc. Nah, didn't do that. So let us see if we can have a look inside this bit of foamy stuff and see what's in there. Okay, so we've got a scalpel for doing a bit of surgery, but shall we see if it will actually peel off the main label at all? Would it seem not. So we're going to have to scalpel it off. Okay. I'm just gonna go on. Let's see if I can. Let's go for doing it the hard way, the destructive way. Well, it says don't peel it off. It is not easy to peel off. Okay, well that's a fair amount of foam off, but as yet nothing we might think of as in any way resembling electronics. Okay, well we'll keep scraping away. there is. There's some. Here we have some silver foil. I think the foam was just to provide some sort of cushioning. There we go. So, I'm guessing we have some kind of antenna here, and I'm also guessing that is the chip. There's got to be something in here, surely. There's got to be something to store a number, and it says, I don't know whether you can read it there, dog bone. I don't know what significance that is, but okay. Okay, I've stuck it to a piece of plastic to try and keep it flat, and you can see there is a little black dot, and I think that is the sum total of the electronics. So what I am going to try and do is see how far I can zoom in. Well, it is literally just a chip. A very small chip. If I carefully put that's the end of the scalpel blade, and yeah, my scalpel blade is the right state. Should we see if it is under something? A little bit of silicone to these, and I'm guessing there's two connections, very fine connections, between the chip and those two bits of foil. Wow, that is small. That is small. Should we try and get a ruler in there? There we go, so it is, those are millimetres. Yeah, somewhat under a millimetre long on the long way. Now, I'm assuming from the look of this it's some kind of RFID system, which is very clever, that there is a transmitter somewhere at the start line, and there were sort of electronic boxes and things about, which sends an RF signal which is strong enough to be picked up by these two pads, which are an antenna, and turned into enough power to power the little chip. And also they contain the signal which tells the chip what to do. I mean, in this case, just to output your number, I guess. And yeah, that's it. Very clever for just such a simple setup. And the I don't know, number thing says the timing partner is results base, and I think it might say somewhere on this results base as well. Anyway, shall we see if we can find something on them, see if they have a website, and see if they're telling us anything on how they do this. Okay, so they do have a website, but I've had a look around on it, and they're telling you how to get your results, but they're not telling you anything about how their tech works, so that might require a little further digging. Okay, well, I think I'm going to end this video here and actually look into it a bit further and try and do some like sort of short videos that I can knock out quite quickly, because most videos seem to be taking me a long time these days. So I will look further into how RFID works, and we might have a play with some RFID stuff, and if I can, I'll think of a fun little project we can do using it. But that's in the future, and for now I'm going to sign off on this video, so it's good night from Triplicate. Goodbye.